Over in that direction on the other side, just a little bit southeast, is the toy district. That's where you can get a lot of toys, especially the kind that you would normally, well, back in the olden days that you would see in the grocery stores and stuff like that. But a lot of good knockoffs and everything. It's a good place where you can get some bags and everything. All sorts of electronics and accoutrements of such. Mainly on Broadway is where you would want to go for the electronics. But here there's a myriad selection of anything and everything. Toys, clothing, electronics, almost anything and everything that you can think of. So now as we are in the fashion district, for what you would most likely find at a big box store or a Target or a Walmart, you can get like throws for, I would say, roughly half of what you would find normal retail. And if you're gonna buy a few of these items, haggling, let me tell you folks, first of all, if you need to be careful of where you park and how you act down here. Don't act like a, well, as I mentioned in the past, but this is the place to haggle. Definitely the place. If you're gonna go back and take a lot of souvenirs, definitely haggle. Don't just settle for whatever it is that you're gonna pay the price that they have on there. Haggling, oh good Lord. Oh boy. Haggling is always a must, and I encourage you to haggle. But definitely, please be careful and be mindful where you park. Don't be so busy taking snapshots. A lot of the locals and a lot of the people of opportunity, they can pretty much see who and who is what. Who's a YouTuber, who's a local, and whoever is a tourist. Not so much as any kind of one that does social media. They really don't bother because, let me see, how can I say this? Because actually we kind of bring the people down here. So they, unless they see some sort of fine opportunity, then they will mess with someone and probably rob them. But for the most part, they always keep an eye out on the tourists, and it's all about behavior, honestly. All right, the lighting's not all that great, but here is a sense of where you are. Now, also please be mindful. Try not to go any further south that way, or if you do, don't go any further west. Just because. Look, I'll let you go. Look, even over in this area, I will honestly tell you that it is still ever so much cleaner. There is just really not that many homeless here like there used to be in the past. One of my favorite buildings is, I think, just on the other side of that pink building, up on Broadway. It's the old Eastern building. But we're gonna head a little bit more west and south. Heading a little south. Definitely in the fashion and garment district. Now, let me also say that this is a great place also to get wedding dresses, to get sweet 16 dresses, to get prom dresses, to get bridesmaid dresses. This is a place, and also, yes, again, haggling, I strongly recommend. Don't be afraid to, and don't be sheepish about wanting to press about getting something of a better deal. So Definitely, most certainly. This is Maple and 8th. That's furthermore for where you want to actually get. Now remember when I was at Walmart and I was talking about fabrics and sewing and such and the bolts of material. Oh, I love this. On a sunny day, this will take your breath away. Look at this. You can get all your accessories here. Tiaras for you special ladies. Want to feel like a queen. But I tell you, on a sunny day, these fabrics just glisten. It's just, look at that. This is where you would want to come down and do that. And I know there's still a lot of few older folks that sew and make things by hand, but there's an uprising in craftsmen's folks that are doing stuff. Beadwork. You can get a lot of beadwork. You can get your wings. You can get, look at this, see? Everything and anything that you could imagine that you would wear, put on your body, put on your face, you can get down here. Coming down here, just a block, it changes quickly. Now we are coming up into the Floral District. Sorry, lollipop. Now here again, you can get whatever you think you need as far as floral arrangements. And a little bit further down this area, this place is packed during Easter, during the holidays, and more so especially Mother's Day. This is where it is the most busiest time of the year for this part of the district. Out of any other districts, Mother's Day. You come down here and you will see cars and hordes of people vying for anything. See, it changes quickly. It's all very, very close by. And it's kind of funny because KTLA on Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, they're always down here bright and early with one of the members of the news group, and always over here in madness. Even for the last 2 years, you would see, more so the men, yes, you would always see people, oh, if I don't get any flowers, I won't be able to get back inside the house because I'll get locked out. It's quite amusing. And then you have your commemorative wreaths. Sorry, I got a lot of sweet candiness in my mouth, but it's really cool and interesting over here. So this is definitely where you would want to come down. Look at these stunning flowers. You ready for Mother's Day? Valentine's Day? Oh. Look at this. Orchids. And as you recall, we just saw a lot of this not too long ago when I was covering the Rose Parade and the floats. Some are gotten here, but a lot of those floral and fauna that you saw on the floats, they're usually directly brought to them. Not too many folks come down here for that. It's all pretty much directly brought to them. Pretty cool, huh? That area over there is kind of like a little bit of a food row area. Show some more of the garment district over here. Gonna head back north. Wow, that's, ooh, I like that. I love all this because the women in my family, my mother, mainly my aunt, they're all seamstresses, or they were. My aunt, I believe, she retired as a class, I don't know, I can't remember, but she was a great seamstress. I grew up for many Christmases and many birthdays getting a lot of underwear and shirts and things like that. And my mom always made pretty much a lot of the clothes, and she always made a lot of her dresses. You know, she'd go to the J.J. Newberry's or Woolworth and Woolco or Kmart and buy the Simplicity patterns. And she would make my own jeans. She would make her own dresses. Look at this. I don't know if you could see it as I can see it, but probably more spectacular. It's just beautiful, you know. Zippers, buttons, bolts, wherever you see, look at this. I mean, it's just an ocean of material. It's awesome. And if you still do, this is the place to go. Don't even go to Walmart. You come down here and get your fabric and all your accessory needs. Rolls and bolts, carpets. Look at this, anything you could imagine. Actually, I just see my favorite building up ahead. Draperies, bolts of draperies, taffeta. Well, there's a name that hardly no one ever mentions, taffeta. I mean, you would be surprised of how many different, oh, look at this. This is beautiful. So you can make anything out here. You know, especially coming out of the World War II area, this is how families survive, you know, still making their own clothing, you know, and building everything by hand. It's something that is just so long gone now. Now we go to Walmart, Target, pay a lot of money for a piece of crap clothing that you're going to end up throwing away, and you can't even appreciate the value of making your own clothes. Look at that. $1.99 a yard, I would most assume. It's just awesome. You know, one thing's for certain, all these buildings here, I've lived through many earthquakes, especially when I think it was 72, 73 earthquake. Anyway, it was a big one, I remember that. But all these buildings, compared to a lot of buildings now, that even the most minute tremor just seemed to fall, especially homes, decade after decade. Look at all this. And these are pre-earthquake built, mind you, okay? A lot of these buildings are pre-earthquake built. Pretty spectacular. There she is, the old Eastern building. I love this because just the color, it reminds me of the patina that copper might get. Plus, it's just an iconic building, honestly. That's the old United Artists Theater. This, I would say maybe 20, 30, movie theaters we used to have here, all open, mind you, and each and every one vying for your money. The Orpheum. We are now down on, back up on 9th and Broadway? 9th and Broadway. The Orpheum. The Rialto. We are now looking east. Look at this. Come on, this is just... And in the evening time, when the sun went down, this was lit up like Broadway. All the movie theaters, all the streets just glowing with neon everywhere. Even a lot of the old department stores had window dressings, animated window dressings actually. The holidays were like the big time. And everybody would, the department stores. Not discount stores, but department stores. Actual department stores. Where you would have, if you had the line, you would have a credit line. Where you can walk in, oh yeah, just charge it to my account. Salinas, yeah, sure. As an example. But not so much anymore. I am going to end it here. Time goes by so fast, and I didn't realize. I don't convert. I don't even know what the conversion is. I usually average in an area of, I think it was like 12 to 18 to 22,000 steps. And I don't know. I don't convert. I only bought this stupid little budget watch a couple years ago just to regulate my sleep, to see how little sleep I was getting when she was going through her moments. An average about an hour and a half to maybe just under 2 hours is what I was averaging. But anyway, I didn't want to go further west, so I'm going to head back to the train station, and it's starting to get kind of gloomy again. So with that, you folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button, tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on, and change your plans, but in retro, kind of worth it. A lot of good memories. And in closing, I also would like to sadly say that I ended up, for the second time ever, having to block 3 folks from their nasty comments. The one person was the last straw. I didn't ban them from the channel. I just blocked them from making any comments. So we'll see if that works. As it is now, because of honestly, all those comments now get directed through my YouTube studio. I don't really see them posted on the regular YouTube app. All that got pushed over to the YouTube studio. So now I had to change my alert. So now that I do get all them in, but YouTube, I guess it's the whole bullying thing again, and there's the hypocrisy on the left side on that sense. They cut their own nose to spite the face. So, and with those comments, they just, that's what they do. So sadly to say, and I had to do it. I couldn't live with that toxicity anymore. I mean, I already live with that at the house, but let alone seeing that, it's just, I had enough. So earlier this morning, I ended up blocking them. So I am very, very sad to say, but so we'll see. Maybe they'll end up making another account. You know, and here's another thing. Honestly, if that person is a business owner and employs employees, and with the comment, well, if you worked for me, I wouldn't have, bothered to hire you. If you are a business person, why would you risk your reputation and your business to make nasty comments like that? And the other comment was, you're lucky I'm not your landlord. Oh, well, I support my family, da da da, and to help keep them off the system, so they don't, more or less, paraphrasing very badly, so they don't turn into people like you sponging off the system. They don't sponge off the system. So, see, it's kind of comments like that if you are a pillar of society, why would you risk yourself in a community? And again, why would a good Christian soul make comments like that? That just, it doesn't. And if you look on their channel, there's nothing there. There is absolutely they're just subscribers. They're just trolls. They just made an account to go from channel to channel, I would assume, just to, well, it's really getting dark, just to do what it is that they do. So I'm sorry and sad to say that I had to do that, but I did. All right, my friends, I will post this when I can. Until then, be safe, stay smart, and above all else, be nice. I love you all. Bye-bye.